What's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I've got a very special pair of boots that I'm going to be reviewing. It is the Mizuno Morelia DNA made in Japan. These boots are a limited edition release. They are absolutely fantastic. I managed to get my hands on a pair in my size, and I'm so excited to try these on. Let's hop straight into the video. Guys, if you enjoy boot reviews from my channel, from pro footballers' perspective, make sure to support this one with a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and that helps a lot for both the YouTube algorithm and my channel in general. Get more information about being a professional and about boots out to more people. So that is awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. Now let's hop straight into the review. So you guys will see lots of footage overlaid on this voiceover as I talk to you on this A shot. So this is what the box looks like, right? So you've got Morelia DNA. It's a special Mizuno box. It's not like that matte black one that they usually give. It's got the same coloring as the boots themselves. So the silver lining with this kind of off black, I think they call it, I'm actually not sure what they call it, but it's almost like a super navy, dark navy blue, gray, black combination, which I think looks very cool. It's not my favorite colorway from the Mizuno brand, but it is a very cool one. So that is what is in, that's the box basically. Pretty similar, nothing else on the other side except for obviously the sizing and the shipping information. So it's a US 9, UK 8, Euro 42, and then Japan 27.0. So that's what it is. These are the made in Japan. So a little backstory on the Morelia DNA before I hop into the unboxing portion. So the DNA is a combination, and you'll see this as I get the boots out, is a combination of the classic Morelia 2 upper with the speed frame and outsole of the Morelia Neo Beta 3s. So the brand new speed boots combined with the old school upper, which I think is such a fantastic idea. They are one of the only brands outside of Adidas that has done a combination of boots. So they've taken different aspects of boots that they have already on offer, and what they've done is they've combined them, put in basically the best possible leather upper you can find on the market, bar none, as you guys hopefully have seen that review of the Morelia 2s that I had about a month ago now, that were unbelievable, fantastic boots, so comfortable right outside the box. But again, the Soleplate's a very traditional one, so it's not as high tech and it's not as responsive as, say, a speed frame, right? So something like what the Morelia Neo Beta 3s offer, or the regular Morelia Neo 3s offer. So I'm very excited to try these on. I have seen these in pictures, haven't seen them in person yet, so I'm so stoked to figure out what these look like in person. So let's hop straight into the unboxing of these. So right away, you open it up and there's a black matte inside of the box, which I think is super fantastic. Comes with the Morelia DNA String Bag, which again, this is the one thing that I say for Mizuno boots is just not, as far as packaging goes, is not the best. Like, these string bags could be better, especially when you're paying like a 300 euro retail price for these. The resale value of these will probably be a lot more. But I will open these up right away, and ooh, oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, here we go. So these are, oh my God, the leather is just absolutely unbelievable. Beautiful leather. And again, it's got that speed frame outsole. I'm not actually sure what they call this particular outsole, but you've got these conical studs that are angled just a tiny bit, which I think is great. You've got this rib in the bottom, which provides a little bit of support and explosiveness and energy return. But as I said before, so as you can see, this is the upper. Everything about this upper is the exact same as the Morelia 2. So it is the classic leather Mizuno boot that they've produced for many, many years, several decades in fact. Beautiful suede lining. The tongue is kind of a classic feeling tongue, actually. It's got a little bit of a mesh material on the inside, and then obviously the leather on the outside to flow with the rest of the boot. The only piece of synthetic that's on this Mizuno boot is the Running Bird logo itself. So the Mizuno logo is this metallic silver, and it is a synthetic material. It's also optimally placed here and on the lateral side and the medial side in the place where you want a little bit of grip on the midfoot. So that's really convenient and a great design feature of the Morelia DNAs. I gotta remember that. Comes with the tag, the usual tag, made in Japan. These have the whole story behind the first Mizuno store in the early 1910s. So I don't think they've produced this particular football boot, at least the upper, for that long, but they definitely have been a shoemaker for a very long time. So very similar grippy insole. So I'll take out this packaging. And again, you'll see all of this stuff in some B-roll footage that I'll put over this voiceover and hop back in between. So you can actually see up close versions of this. But the inside, again, you've got the suede liner all on the inside of this, the back of this boot. I absolutely love the lockdown of this ankle piece right in the heel area. I think it locks in your Achilles and it locks in your ankle, hugs your ankle really, really well, which is a fantastic feature of a boot that's not going to be as responsive as something like a normal speed boot, right? So this does have a speed boot frame, but it doesn't have a speed boot upper. So something like the Morelia Neo Beta 3s that have a synthetic midfoot and can really hold that foot in tight, plus that knit material right in the lacing system. This doesn't have that, right? This is just the classic leather. So having a little bit of just a fantastic lockdown in the ankle, plus those running, the running bird logos on either side will help a little bit with that lateral stability. But at some level, this boot is not meant to be, I don't think, this boot is not meant to be something that you are gonna wear because it performs the best. It's because this is the best technology as far as the absolute best leather upper you can find on the market, bar none. I genuinely believe that this upper, the Morelia 2 upper, is the softest leather all around that you can find, because the leather literally goes, as I said, all the way around the upper. It's even back here in the heel and in the midfoot, except for that synthetic running bird, right? So it's the best leather upper you can find with one of the best and most underrated speed frames, I think. And when I say speed frames, what I mean is outsoles that are built to be a speed boot, right? So really light, lots of energy return, really good flexibility in that forefoot area, and obviously the ribbing in that midfoot and in the heel area. So the color on these is really interesting. So it's like, as I said before, it's a combination, it looks like to me, especially in the light, it's a combination of a really dark blue, black, and gray. And it's got this beautiful, hopefully it shows up on camera, but it's got this really beautiful speckled silver color. Sorry about that, the car alarm. But it's got this really beautiful silver color that goes along speckled across the entire leather upper, which I think is really awesome. We'll be back in just a second after the car alarm goes away. All right, and we're back. So again, as I said before, really beautiful speckled pattern in silver across the entire upper. Now, as a professional player, would I play in these full time? Possibly, once I figured out kind of how they responded. Can I wear grip socks in them? Do they fit well? I definitely can see myself wearing a Morelia 2, just the really classic leather football boot, later in life. That being said, I absolutely love the Phantom Venoms that I'm wearing now, and I don't think I'd trade that for something like this. In addition, this is a limited release, so trying to buy an entire career's worth of boots in my size would be probably impossible. I don't think they've made that many pairs of these. This is a boot that I will be keeping for special occasions that I want to mess around with, probably on only natural surfaces, because I don't want to totally bust the leather up on an artificial surface. Like, these are a very special pair, an expensive pair of football boots that I plan to keep and just have for special occasions that I wanna figure out. But I am so fascinated to see what these feel like on feet. Again, they are like 300 euros. You can still pick them up from places like ProDirect and Soccer.com and Unisport, kind of all the big, I would call the big trinity of the big soccer stores. I don't know, for those of you in Australia, Ultra Football might be able to carry these, but I'm not sure if they are actually gonna do that. So I would recommend, for those of you who are in Oceania, anywhere in Oceania, Southeast Asia, I would recommend going from ProDirect because they ship worldwide, and or Unisport because they ship worldwide as well. So these are just a beautiful looking football boot. To be honest, if I had done this boot, I would have done everything the exact same except the upper jet black, but with the sparkles in them, and then had the silver. So just black and silver or black and gold. That would have been my choice. So again, it's a cool colorway. I think it looks really beautiful. It looks really nice and classic when you're kind of looking at it from afar, but I don't think this is Mizuno's best colorway. The most recent one that they came out with, that's all black with almost the burgundy or that beautiful deep red color, that is a colorway that I would have loved to see on this boot. But that being said, because it's a special edition, of course they're going to make it in a very unique color that really no other Mizuno boot has ever been before. So I really appreciate that piece of it. Obviously, both boots are the same. There's nothing else in the box. We are going to jump into the on-feet portion of the video because I cannot wait to see what these bad boys look like on feet, and I can't wait to feel how they are, because I know how both the Mizuno, I had the Morelia Neo 3s, just the regular ones, not the betas, and I absolutely adored the Soleplate. I thought the Soleplate was one of the best on the market because I love conical studs, because it allows you to, I do like the chevron studs a lot, but conical studs overall just feel really nice and are the best all around. Like, there's a reason why classic boots still have the conical studs and haven't shifted to a more aggressive sole plate, right? So these are awesome for twisting and turning, and you've got all sorts of acceleration angles that you can come from, which I really enjoy with these. Obviously, it's got a flat stud in the middle for a little more acceleration moving forward, but for the most part, pretty standard sole plate. It is a lot lighter than the classic version, and these boots are really light for what they are. My guess is they're somewhere around the 7.2 ounce area, 7.2 to 7.4 ounce. So not quite as low, not quite as speed booty as what the sole plate would suggest, but definitely lighter than what the upper would suggest, right? So you kind of split the difference between the two, but a 7.2 to 7.5 range, somewhere in there, is still a fantastic weight for a boot of this caliber, build quality, and just overall thing. The other thing that I mentioned, if you can get your hands on a pair, I know this is such a weird little niche thing, but they even smell like a tanning room, like a leather tannery. And I don't know if you've ever had that. It's such a random fact about these, but like, the leather is such a perfect, beautiful quality and such genuine leather. Like, you can smell how authentic. Like, sometimes when I had old Tiempos or something, you'd smell them and you'd be like, oh, okay, like, these are obviously a leather pair of boots, but it's not really like, you know, the highest quality. You smell these and you're like, these literally feel like they just got made personally for me and just got delivered to my doorstep. Like, that's how beautiful and plush this leather is. Hopefully on some of the up close B-roll, you can see how gorgeously soft. And from my other videos of Mizuno boots, you can tell, like, I am a huge fan of Mizuno leather because it is the best you can find on the market, bar none. So let's hop into the on-feet portion of the video. Hope you guys enjoy that. Again, subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you're getting value from it. Let's hop straight into this and get these right on my feet. I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, fam, here we are with the Morelia DNAs in hand. I've got all the lacing sorted out, so it's not super crazy. I just did the laces up because they usually only do them up to about halfway. So I've got my light guard socks on. Let me know what kind of grip socks you like. Do you like grip socks? Do you like wearing normal socks? What do you prefer? Leave it down in the comments below. So we're gonna try these on, and I'm gonna try not to just absolutely freak out when I have these on feet, because I imagine that they're gonna be just insanely comfortable. Oh my God. Oh geez, this boot is a cheat code. I think everyone would wear these boots. They are incredibly comfortable. Immediately, that is not surprising. Oh my goodness. an absolute, oh, like I don't even know how to describe these. They are so comfortable. The ability of this leather upper to wrap your foot seamlessly and just make it feel like you've got the most plush pair of boots on your feet is second to none. These are absolutely the best leather boots you can find. Mizuno being, right, like the Mizuno Morelia 2s, which is the inspiration and what this upper is made from. So they are so incredible. I genuinely am at a loss of words because of how comfortable these boots are. I don't imagine they'll have a ton of lateral lockdown, so that is something to think about if you're considering these for a proper pair of boots you want to play in. That's something that I would just keep in mind, right? But those are boots totally tied up. They are so buttery soft right out of the gate. And I'm actually really impressed because the Morelia 2s are a fairly wide pair of football boots, right? So they're totally leather. They allow your foot to stretch. They'll fit most foot types. And the Neo 3 Betas are a fairly narrow pair of shoes. They're a pair of shoes that I think I would absolutely wear if I could, but I don't actually have the foot type to be able to handle how thin they are. So to put a leather upper that's so good at molding to the shape of your foot and so wide with a Soleplate that's so thin is really remarkable, actually. And I think they do such a good job. Again, the lining in the heel does a great job locking your feet in. The touch on the ball is just immaculate. I mean, it is the softest you're gonna find. They are just fantastic football boots to have on your feet. And I am really impressed with the way that these go. Holy moly. To be honest, I wish these had just some like cables or something on the outsole to make them feel like they had better lockdown, and then I would buy as many pairs as I could possibly get my hands on, because these are so comfortable right outside the box. I think you guys are missing something if you haven't tried a pair of Morelia 2s on, even if you're not going to wear them full time. I get it. You don't want to wear a classic pair of football boots, but if you can find the Morelia 2 upper at some point in your life, especially one that doesn't have a tongue like this one, it doesn't have the fold over tongue. I know that looks really cool, but I don't like the tongues that fold over. I think they are just annoying. But something like this that's sort of a hybrid and it doesn't have a tongue, it is genuinely one of the most comfortable and seamless boots to put right on, because they are so fantastic and they fit so well right outside the box. So over this voiceover, obviously you'll see a lot of B-roll of these boots close up and on feet. They fit incredibly snug, but not the type of snug where you feel like you're gonna hurt. Like, I think these might take an hour of break-in time, but after that, they'll be so buttery soft. They already are. I slip my foot right in, and you guys know how bloody wide my feet are. They fit seamlessly right inside the boot. They fit fantastic. As far as length is concerned, I went with my normal size US 9 that fits amazing. My toes are right up against the end, which I love. There's maybe like a millimeter or two of space, which is perfect. As far as width is concerned, the Soleplate is actually wide enough, which I think is great, but the upper definitely stretches a little bit around the width of my foot, especially in the midfoot, which is where my foot is the most wide. So that's something to consider as well. And yeah, again, as I said, touch on the ball is just fantastic. It's like everything is so, so nice, and I imagine pinging with these boots would just feel incredible. Maybe a pass or two against the wall. Yeah, just so, so, so good right outside the box. But what are you gonna expect from a Mizuno boot, which is awesome. So that is it for the review, guys. Again, if you can get your hands on a pair and you wanna wear a pair of Morelia DNAs, they are one of the best boots I think I've ever tried on my feet, and I genuinely mean that. I said the same about the Morelia 2s, and as far as just getting in them and playing, these are so soft, so good performance wise. They've got the speed out frame now, the speed sole, a speed frame kind of thing, and obviously you have the best of both worlds, both the classic leather upper plus the speed boot Soleplate, and you get kind of everything you need in a boot. So that's it for the review of the Morelia DNAs from Mizuno, made in Japan variation. I am so happy to have these on my feet. I'm probably gonna wear them for a little bit and juggle around because I think they're that comfortable. They're just incredible. I will definitely be keeping these in the wardrobe and breaking them out every once in a while. That's it for the review, guys. Again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you like the video. That is part of the algorithm change now, so make sure you hit that like button for me so this video can get to more people and help more people with their boot buying decisions, and of course my channel as a way to get more information about what it's like being a pro footballer. As always, guys, be awesome. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.